Hey everybody, this is Ricky Mike, and we're here for week one of the PML, I guess Genai League. Yeah, sure. I don't know what season it is for them. This is my second season on the PML. Yeah, this is their first PML. This is the first season on Gen 9, so this is pretty exciting. Um, we're gonna have our week one battle against Shelby uh, today, and in just a few minutes. I figure I just go down through the team just to show, I guess, just to show what we got, something like a little quick team builder. But anyway, yeah, um, we drafted a pretty fun team. And the first member of our team this week is gonna be our shiny sushi fish, albino. Um, yeah, this thing is here to do one thing and one thing only, and that is rapid spin. Because this thing gets rapid spin. Yeah. Um, As far as move, we had Draco Meteor, we had Hydro Pump just to hit things hard. It has 120 base special attack, so it's not bad. And its speed is enough to outspeed base 80, which is, I think, the fastest thing that my opponent has outside their fastest Pokemon. Memento is just to allow me to gain some momentum, I guess. Um, if I'm low on health and I don't need to kill something or I cannot kill anything. The item is going to be a Citrus Berry because this Pokemon is pretty frail. Uh, But my opponents, I think their only hazard is a Mudsdale that can set up rocks. So in theory, I can come in on that thing. If it's fully defensive, meaning without any investment on attack, I can take one Earthquake, hit the Citrus Berry, uh, you know, Rapid Spin, leave a second Earthquake, and then just Hydro Pump or Memento. So yeah, now there's a. Let's see how this little fella does. He's a pretty interesting Pokemon. Very cute looking too. So yeah. Next Pokemon is gonna be our Daft Punk, the Bronzong. Um, he has the Levitate ability to make sure that we are not weak to Earthquakes. My opponent is gonna have a hard time beating this thing. Also, it's an interesting set. It's meant to show people why you should always draft a Ghost type. Because this thing is just gonna be this thing is just max special defense, max HP. Uh, no, it's max defense, max HP. Sorry. And yeah, once he sets a couple of iron defenses, it's just unbreakable, at least from the physical side. Special side, I don't think my opponent has much to do to it, at least not that I can think of. So we'll see how it goes. Again, my opponent doesn't have a physical, uh, it doesn't have a ghost type, so body press should beat everything if I get to +6. The only two things that she has that Body Press may not be able to completely destroy it are a Dragulge, which can't do anything back to me, or it needs not much. And for that we had Future Sight and a Heavy Slam for a potential Calm Mind Sylveon, which will need to be Terrifier or Shadow Ball, I guess, to beat me. But then again, Heavy Slam always 2 hit KOs a Sylveon, so I'm not too worried about that. But we had the move in there. Maybe a mistake not running Rest on this Pokemon, but we're playing on the roller timer, so I don't want to be too stally. If I manage to get a couple of defenses and take a couple things off, a couple things out with the body press, that should be good enough. Next is gonna be Wicked, our shiny floor main. Yeah, I got this thing. And this draft has a free Terra, so yeah, imagine that. My opponent's fastest Pokemon is Jolteon, so we're on Timid. We're enough space to beat it out. My opponent doesn't necessarily has anything that can wall both Ghost and Fairy stuff, so yeah, we're just bringing the choice specs. Maybe a mistake not just bringing, I guess, booster energy. But I just want to come in with this thing, hit hard, hopefully kill things. Um, yeah. Um, Moves our Moonblast Shadow Ball for this stuff. Which is probably the only things I'm gonna be clicking. Escape Fire just because, I guess, and Side Shock to one shot the Dragal, which will be doesn't get one hit kill by Moonblast, but it gets very close if I have I guess hazards. Anyway, next up we have the Vialoon. I'm so happy Vialoon is back. And funny thing, I got this in tier 4, so what still. So yeah, Vrelon, Running Focus Sash, I'm more than likely going to be leading with this. Um, as far as moves, we just Adamant, with Mad Punch, which will completely destroy a lot of things on my opponent's team, especially as cyclists are trying to set shed shell. Oh, sorry, shed tail before they can do it. Bullet Stings destroys Moldsdales, kinda. Bulldoze is for Dragals and stuff that receives both, I guess, fighting in grass, and Spore is Spore. You know how a Spore is. Great Pokemon. I'm excited to use it. Like I say, it's probably my lead, but I have another Pokemon that could be a lead too. So, next up we got Weavile. This Pokemon is I got this Pokemon tier 2, which I don't necessarily agree. This Pokemon, I understand Qian Pao completely classes this, especially since we lost knockoff on this generation. But I still think this Pokemon is incredibly powerful. I have faced it many times, and the combination of Dark and Ice stuff is just so hard to work on. So yeah, we're bringing a Life Force F this week with Ice Spinners and Light Slash for our main stab moves. They're kind of low base power, but they hit hard enough, especially with the Life Orb and we will having a lot of a rather high attacks that Ishar will take care of, the stuff that we need to take care of with priority, which is great. And Poison Jab is exclusively for the Sylveon. I believe I catch Sylveon in a switch, an Ice Spinner plus a Poison Jab. Knocks out most versions of Sylveon except like heavily, completely defensive, I guess. And last but not least, we got Kisame, our Garchomp. Um, yeah, this is my other potential leap on the game. This thing is here to do one thing and one thing only. It does hazard stacks my opponent, because if I manage to get a hazards up, they're gonna have a really difficult time switching in to Weavile and what you call it, Floramain. Sorry. My opponent doesn't have Deflux. They only have Rapid Spin. The only Rapid Spinner is Cyclizar, which will get completely destroyed by Rocky Helmet and Rob Skin. At the same time, we do have a pretty good Rapid Spinner for that specific Pokemon. So yeah, we're just rocking the double stab and both Cell Rocks and Spikes. Giving Spikes to cartridge this generation is very interesting. As far as speed, we only have enough speed to... We are actually a tanky set. We have enough speed to outspeed a Jolai Medichan, and the rest is just bulk. We still do a decent amount of damage thanks to Garchom's great attack stat with the double stab, so not to worry about it. So yeah, that's gonna be the Garchomp. So yeah, that's gonna be the squad. Hopefully we can pull out a week one win. As far as Pokemon's looking that we're looking to terrestrialize, it's probably gonna be Floramain, I'm gonna say. But secondary options are the Bronzong, because if we get rid of the Psychic typing, we just become Steel type. That is only weak to fight. That's only weak to. It is weak to more things, but it makes it sort of kind of bulky. We're not weak to Shadow Ball from Sylveon anymore. So this is a Dark Horse, a defensive kind of Terra. We could also Terra Weavile and just destroy things with the double ice moves. And lastly, we could potentially terrestrialize this and just bullet seed our way into a victory. Who knows, man. Hopefully, like I say, it's a good game, and we'll see how it does. We'll see you in the game. And welcome back, everybody. Yeah, we are in the game versus Shelby and their Pyrostica Fire Squares, I believe. So yeah, since she has brought, okay, that's a pretty solid matchup. That's a pretty solid team that she brought. Yeah, because potentially I can see her leading with both the Cyclizar or the Mescrata. Could also see her leading with the Sylveon or the Modsdale. So yeah, like I said on the quote-unquote team builder, we're gonna go ahead and lead with Grillon, since we don't fear anything from either one of those. She could lead with Mescrata and she could Terra into Ghost and immediately cause trouble, but if she does that, that is okay. I think that will be okay. That thing has more than likely Prothean, so you will only be able to change her type once. So yeah, no, good luck, have fun to Shelby. Nice, Flareon. She loves her EV evolutions. Which I'm surprised she only brought one of them, to be honest. She brought so many of them. Okay, there's the mod cell. Good, good, good. Alright, so we live with this. I'm not about... I could start attacking, but I'm not about to let her start setting Stealth Rocks. If she is, if she has the safety goggles, then excellent prep on you. I'm just gonna support you. And we'll go from there. Oh, she is that. Okay, great, great, great. That is fine. Body press is gonna do a double damage, but it's not the worst. I am conflicted now whether I wanna do that again or I'm gonna sport again. And if she goes into the Meowscarada, we just Mach Punch the turn after. Medicine. Huh, interesting. That's an interesting switch. Which is Spore. That thing is going to bed. Great, great, great. Alright, and there's no turns to sleep yet, so we are free to... do I want a Bullets or do I want a Bulldoze? Bulldoze will guarantee that I'll speed next turn. No, a Bullets is fine. Yeah. It's just gonna stay asleep. Hopefully we get a good number of rolls. Ooh, that does a lot of damage, bro. One more. 2 times. Okay. So a Bullet will probably not kill it. No, you know what? I'm just gonna go for the Mach Punch. Should kill. There we go. Alright! Bailun gets our first kill of the season. Fantastic. Fantastic. Alright. They send out Dragology. Alright. So this thing could be a Scarf. The only way that this thing will speed me, I believe, is if it's Scarf. So I'm okay to go for the Spore. If we find out his Scarf. We'll put it to sleep because we're not breaking sleep close since we already put something to sleep but it's dead. Yep. That thing just stays sleeping. Now, if we're lucky enough to get 2 turns of sleep, that would be fantastic. If not, we die. Ooh, that does a ton of damage. Speed goes down. They wake up. That's unfortunate. We're gonna lose our Rillain. Gong Shot. That thing is physical. Huh. That I did not expect, to be honest with you. But yeah. Yeah, at this point we can just bring Vega and rip things apart, right? Alright, here comes Vega. It's a shame our Valen only got 1 kill. Could have gotten the second one, but no big deal. You don't have a switch to our Ice Spinner, so we're just gonna go for it. Are we going into the Sylveon? That is a good question. Sickly is like, oh my god, why would you switch a Dragon type into an Ice type? Yep. Yeah. I am so sorry, Sicklizer. I love that Pokemon. But yeah, Weavel's just beast. So there goes that. I'll expect... What do I expect to come out? I expect the Moldstil to come out. I did not expect this to come out, to be honest. I could set up my own rocks. This thing is just gonna body press, right? If they start setting up rocks, that's annoying. The Meowscarada still... okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my Daft Punk. I understand. I'm probably just giving them rocks. But I don't think that's the biggest of issues for me, to be honest. So they just go for the Heavy Slam. Okay, that's good. We tank that. As we get our leftovers. Fantastic, fantastic. They could body press, or they could just... I'm gonna Iron Defense. Oh, they tried to Earthquake my my Levitating one. That's great. Alright. There goes our first body press. Sorry, Iron Defense. As we get some lefties back. If I were them, I will switch out. But then again, I don't know how bulky this thing is. It doesn't have an item, which is good for us. Um, which hopefully we should be able to do some damage. I don't foresee them putting roar on it. They did not, which is great for us. Here comes Sicilian. Okay. All right. You know what? That earthquake might have been scouting to see if we were if we were hit proof. So yeah, she could Terra Fire here and just roast me. But you know, that's a chance I'm willing to take. So we're gonna heavy slam. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Shadow Ball. Okay. Okay. That does a decent amount of damage. No special attack, no special defense drop. That's fantastic. Ooh, and the heavy slam destroys Zillion. Yeah. Yeah. That had to be super defensive for the heavy slam to not completely annihilate that Zillion. So, that fuck. Putting in work. Putting in work. I suppose they go Meowscarada, that's fine. They have to knock off. They just have to knock off. Which I am completely okay with, because I can just body press kill. Sucker Punch, interesting. That's not ideal for them, because I still have the lefties. Yeah, and the body press just destroy it. There goes the Meowscarada. As we get lefties back. Yeah. What do they have left? They still had Dragulge. They still had the Mudsdale. So, we'll see how this goes. Yeah. So this Pokemon could be annoying depending on how defensive it is. Let me just double check. I am a +2 defense, so I'm gonna Iron Defense one more time before I start firing off. Oh yeah, no, that's never gonna break me. I'll go ahead and set that up. Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Like I said, this is why you should always draft a Ghost type, or, you know, Psychic types are just an unbelievable pain to deal with. So there goes the Foresight. That should hopefully do a lot of damage in a combination with our Body Press. I should manage to get rid of this Mudsdale. I should have Foresight first, but that is okay. I'm going to Body Press here. Just gonna Body Press. That's literally 0 damage. Our Body Press just destroys them. As the stamina gives them back. Yeah, we're having a better play to just do the thing first. But you know what? It's fine. I'm just gonna Body Press one more time. That's not doing a lot. And the Body Press goes down. Mudsdale is done. And yeah. Well, I did say during the team builder that I was expecting probably that this thing was gonna be a problem for them for not having Ghost type, but yeah. That's rough. That's rough. So yeah, we're just gonna heavy slam this thing because I'm pretty sure it will kill it. Not sure what they could do. They're slower than me on top of that. Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. GG's to Shelby. Good luck in the rest of your season. I'm sorry about the game. 5-0 start of the season is rough, but she has a pretty good team, so I'm confident she'll be able to bring it back. So yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye now.